And good Tuesday morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and welcome to Scotty Ray's Weather. You know, I tried to get ahead of myself this morning. For some reason, I thought it was Wednesday. Had that in my head for the last 15 minutes, and I finally shook it. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. We have not made it to the middle of the week. Warm as you're waking up. We're sitting at 73 right now. We'll hit it in the upper 90s before it's all over. But the big news of today is we've got a heat wave coming. Do not forget this as we wake up. And let's just talk about this first before we get deep into weather. I want to show you just how bad this is. This starts in Kemper County, Mississippi, and goes all the way to Chicago. Let's pull this up and look at this. This is what we're looking at right here. Now, this is our area. Then we've got southwestern Mississippi through Jackson. You've got Scott County here. Here's Kemper County as we go across to Philadelphia, Winston County. And look at this. Parts of Alabama over to Montgomery. This goes all the way up through St. Louis, Columbia, Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, all the way up here to Chicago, Milwaukee. These areas have got this heat wave today. And this is this orange color is heat indices or heat index, however you want to word that, up to 110 degrees. That's a lot. Now, the Meridian area here, if you'll notice right here as you get here, Newton County and Clark and Lauderdale and these areas here, Jasper County, still expected to be 105 today. But these areas here that are shaded are going to be 110. So extremely hot as you begin your day. Plan it. This is going to be from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. as usual. Those hours we tell you to watch, to be careful if you're outside because you don't want to be in that unless you have to. If you work in it every day, your body's kind of accustomed to it. But for those, what do we call ourselves? The air-conditioned, spoiled people? Yep, that'd be me. Spent too much time in an office building, and you go out and it'll zap you, drain you quick. So be careful. It happens before you know it. If you've ever been around anybody that's had what they call a heat stroke, it happens quickly. It'll slip up on you, and we don't want that to happen. Call 911 to get somebody to the hospital if they overheat, because it can lead to many, many things that aren't good. As we back out, let's go back here and let's look at some rain of what's going on today. Now, we've got a 40% chance. We'll dig deep into the forecast here in just a moment, but let me show you what's going on nationwide as we look at this. This morning, we don't have any rain in the state of Mississippi or Alabama. We move over, and we'll get into all of this down here in just a little bit. Some showers off to the east of Savannah. We pop up, and we do have showers around Kansas City, Topeka, right in those areas this morning. As you go up to the northeast there, you're going to see some in Akron, Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing severe at this point. We do have showers out in Phoenix. Let's look at our severe weather that is slated for today and see where all of that will fall. As we look at this across the deep south, it's just a light chance of showers there as we back out and look at the entire nation there. But as we go further north, we'll see right in here is the worst of the weather that could happen today. It's going to be warm there. Davenport, up here in the extreme north, Fort Wayne, Indiana, level 2 in those areas of some severe weather today. But fortunately for the deep south, we're still sitting at just a chance of some light rain. Nothing wrong with that. Good morning to a few folks who are starting to shake a leg and get up and get going. Good morning to Debbie Drake. How are you doing? Watching all the way from Philadelphia. Thank you. Also, Terry Ray from Philadelphia. Lamar Embry, Kemper County's finest, watching this morning. Tommy Ainsworth. Glad to have you here. Nothing like a heat wave. I agree with you. Miss Joyce Godwin, how are you? Bree Packer, along with Ruth Key, and Nick Dowell, better known as Cornbread, is up today. Andrew Dabbs and Rick Joyner joins us today to begin this. A warm day. Let's see some headlines. They have made an arrest of the Chicago cop that was 29 years old. She was killed in the line of duty here in the watch into this week, and I'm sure by now you've seen this on the news somewhere. This is a picture of her as we pulled this up this morning. This is the officer that was killed at a traffic stop. They've arrested these two gentlemen here. They were brothers. She'd pulled them over and killed her and her partners in serious condition in a hospital in Chicago. Our thoughts go out to those family members. We do hope that they are charged with the utmost that it will stick. We certainly hope so. That's one of the stories this morning. And so, you a big Donald fan? Donald Trump? Yeah, if you are, he's got out a new line of hats, and this is the new hat that's out there. And with a donation, I think you get an autographed copy of that. A lot of folks take advantage of stuff like that. As we begin today, We do hope it's good for you. As I said, 73. Let's get a little deeper now into the weather this morning and find out what's going to be happening in our area across East Mississippi, West Alabama, and Louisiana here in the Deep South.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we go back and we look at our highs and lows, it was 2007 that we had 103 degrees. Not really that long ago, to a degree. Okay, it's longer than I thought after I started adding that in my head. 1976, it was a cool 57. I was in first grade at that point. Remember that year well. As we look at what's happening today, a high of 94, and we'll look at this area here. Here's your biggest chance of thunderstorm activity. Eastern Clark County across the line there about where the landfill is, east into Alabama, has a larger chance than most and around Laurel this afternoon. There is some scattered chances from Meridian all the way up through Philadelphia and up through Kemper County and into Macon and Columbus, but our biggest chance will fall in the southeast corner here of Clark County into Alabama. As we move over into the Alabama side there, chances there increase over there toward Auburn, Alabama. 93, Demopolis up through Livingston, Alabama today. Even Jasper, Alabama, 93. Birmingham will hit a high of 94 before it's all said and done this afternoon. And all these rain chances will fall in the afternoon. Now, this is what I've been showing you that it's going to be so hot today. As we look at this line here, this is the area one where it can get up to 105. We're expecting 103. It could be 105, but areas just north of here from Scuba, Philadelphia, Louisville, Macon, Mississippi, all of these areas, 106 to 110. So we've got a heat wave that is unshakable. And again, that begins at 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. this afternoon. Even as we go from tomorrow and Thursday, is still a chance. And can this change? And Philadelphia is going to still be included in this 105 tomorrow through Thursday, but that can update and still come down further south and take in the Meridian area. Mississippi Delta definitely tomorrow through Thursday will be in that level 2 from Greenwood over to Bastrop, Louisiana. Warm days ahead of us. Keep it in mind. Now, our next thought of what's going on. This is what we'll watch. Tropical storm, most likely before the day is out. This is a potential Tropical Storm 6 is what it's being called right now. It will change call signs, so to speak, later on this afternoon when it becomes a tropical storm and will be named Tropical Storm Fred. As we look at what we're expected, this is the path, and it's a lot of uncertainty at this point, but it is definitely coming toward the Gulf. Now, whether it hooks to the right and goes up to the east or comes directly into Florida or comes on out into the middle of the Gulf is a little unknown. We'll show you the spaghetti models that we have at this point and what they're showing, but we'll start seeing this inching closer, and by Saturday morning the tip of it will be at the Gulf. Most likely, again, will start being called Fred later today. As we look at this, when will we start feeling the winds? Friday at 8 p.m., the southern tip of Florida will start feeling this, and then the eastern side by Saturday at 8 a.m. making its way toward that Alabama coast. As we look at this, let's back up here. Let me pull this up and let's look at the spaghetti models while we've got radar pulled up and what's going on with that. All right, let's go down to the Gulf now. This is the unknown of what we're looking at now. This is where it is sitting right here this morning. As it makes its way, it's most likely going to come right across the Republic of Haiti, right through there, and come up through Cuba. Now, it's uncertain once it gets here to Cuba, if it's going to hook and make a direct hit right toward Miami or if it will ease on into the Gulf. The models are a little scattered. Most are showing that it will make its way into the Gulf. It's to be determined. We're a few days out from that. But this is definitely something we want to watch. If this makes this, any of these here, this could be a direct hit on Alabama, Mississippi, or the New Orleans area. Again, we'll watch this. This is coming up this week. It will be making its way toward the Gulf late Friday, Saturday morning as we watch this. And again, will become Tropical Storm Fred and then has the potential to become a hurricane. A lot to be discovered in between now and then. We'll watch it closely. I'll keep you updated. We'll post a lot on this to make sure that you know what's going on with it. As we look at our temperatures over the next 10 days, we look at this and we see that, well, Mississippi, Alabama, across through here is just kind of mild at this point. We're not above or below. We're in the middle at this point. A little bit cooler as we look at this across Texas there, cooler right there. All right, let's look at our forecast of what we've got right now. Let's pull this up and dig deeper into our forecast. We have a 40%, you'll see there, 40% chance of showers this afternoon. Most likely after about 2 p.m. is when we'll get this. The high will be 94, but that heat index definitely will make it to 103 this afternoon. Has the potential to make it to 105. That's warm. That's hot. We'll drop down tonight to only a low of 75 degrees. It's going to be warm, 74, 75, depending on where you look to get your forecast mapped out. My system has 74. National Weather Service has 75. That's just a paper's piece of difference. No big deal. Tonight, 20% chance of showers, most likely before 8 p.m. All that will be over as we move into tomorrow. Still a 40% chance of showers. And again, that will become after 1 o'clock, after lunchtime. We'll get a high of 93. Heat index not as bad tomorrow. 98 is what is expected. Now, as we make our way right on toward the weekend, as we get to Friday, you'll see here, we jump to a 50% chance of rain. By Saturday, we're at a steady 60% chance of showers over the weekend as we look at this. And most of these will hit in the afternoon time is what we're expecting. Still holding steady as we go back to work on Monday with a 50% chance of rain. So we've got some wet days ahead of us. Maybe it'll cool things down. You're not seeing a whole lot of that. Still steady at 92 to 93s through this. As we go ahead and we go through August the 24th, we do show that right around 90 is going to be the high. And I stressed this yesterday. That's 2 weeks out, and we know how Mississippi can change within a couple of hours, and it'd be major different. So we'll watch this as we go through our temperatures and how it's going there. I do hope everybody's doing well this morning. You got your day planned out. Do not forget, don't overdo it, whatever you do. Now, as we start talking about hurricane season and things coming in, make sure that you and your family are protected. And these are the folks that will do this. Have you got a shelter? The Precast Group would love for you to have one. Now, they're based right here in the Meridian out on 145 South, and they build these on site. You can see how it's done. Makes you kind of feel good to know what's in it. They'll show you how it's done. They've got several different models to choose from that can be delivered and set up as you're building your home or afterwards. It's up to you how you want to do that. You can have them installed out back. You can have them put inside in the ground. These are done that way, whichever you like. You can zip that in and get it taken care of. If you're building one and you want it underground, say in your carport, that can be done as you're getting ready to pour that slab. It'd be there. See them. They'll tell you more about it. 482-0003 if you want the safety, the comfort, and, well, to take out that worry. See them at the Precast Group. 145 is where you'll find them here in Meridian. Again, that number to call, 482-0003, and take that guesswork out of it because it means a lot to be safe. It does to me anyway. As we begin today, don't forget if you're having issues with your air conditioners, well, Sanders is there for you. It's just too hot to be sitting around without air conditioners, and Sanders Gas will be glad to come out and take care of you there on 22nd Avenue. If you've got an issue, they will jump in to help you out. Get you back cool there. So good morning to everybody. We're getting ready for the morning show starting at 8 o'clock this morning. Candace is going to be back, and yes, we will address, if you did not watch yesterday's press conference from the city of Meridian, what was said, how do you feel about it? We'd love your opinions. That's coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. We're at, if I'm not mistaken, a total of 8 deaths, 8 murders in the city of Meridian in such a short span, and we get our first press conference from city officials as to what's going to be done. We're going to talk about all that this morning. And again, we would love to have your opinion on what was said yesterday afternoon and what that plan is. That's coming up this morning, beginning at 8. You can watch it here on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, or join us on television on MeTV 24. It's all that coming this way. We'll be glad to have our friend back as she's getting ready this morning. Make sure to join us, Scotty Ray Candace, beginning at 8 a.m. And thank you so much for coming by. I do appreciate it, spending your time and saying good morning to all of us. Iron Hillman, thank you there. We have somebody joining us from Twitch there. Blessings from Sweden. And I'm going to say, Sweden, that's a good ways off. Is it, I'm probably going to mispronounce the name, Ology, I think. Sweden, welcome. Sandy Kaz is here, Milton Savell, Kim Valkin joining us there, Miss Sylvia Stewart. Sarah Joe, how are you today? Prayers stay healthy for everybody. Now, also another thing that we mentioned yesterday, the state of Mississippi. Did y'all see that where I posted that? Not one single bed in the entire state of Mississippi is left in ICU. That's not good. As we see an uptick here recently from the coronavirus. or the whatever the new way is to word it, the Delta virus, however you want to do that. Stuff is dangerous. Do we like it? No. But it is an issue going on with very few beds left in the state. Real popular now is to get the infusion. That has helped some folks. They've learned a little bit more from the last time. We're seeing a lot different ages get sick from this now, to where it was the elderly the first time. We are seeing younger people get it this time. All of that and more beginning at 8 this morning. I'll hush and let you get dressed and head off to work, and we'll be back in just a little bit. An hour and 15 minutes. We'll see you soon from here at Scotty Ray's Weather.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by